Good afternoon, podcasters out there in Indie Pod land. How are all you doing today? Oh man, today is Thursday, so that means it's a training Thursday that you're showing up for. You're making the effort, and you're here to get that needle moved in the right direction. Today we are talking about improving your audio quality, and we have an icon here in the green room waiting to come through. Let me know in the chat where you're listening from, where you're watching at, what you're up to today, what you're eating for lunch if it's lunchtime, or breakfast if it's a late breakfast kind of day. Anyway, this don't forget that this episode is brought to you by Icon 6, which is coming up next Saturday and Sunday, September 12th and 13th. It's 2 days of podcast speakers, workshops. We have an after party in the video. It's going to be in a Zoom room, so we'll be able to see each other. There's an 80s theme to it, so bring your 80s attire and your 80s accessories and your 80s knowledge, because there will be trivia questions thrown out to win one of these awesome Indie PodCon 6 stickers. So also this episode is brought to you by the Indie Pod University. If you haven't heard about it, it's where you can go to learn to launch, grow, and monetize your podcast. Join today over at indiepodu.com. And you'll get to work with me one-on-one. You'll get over 150 plus hours of podcasting resource videos. In fact, I just added another tutorial today. It's a complete WordPress tutorial into it, and I have some Elevate Your Podcast workshops that I'll be popping in there. Plus, you get access to all the workshops that we'll be doing every third Thursday, which the upcoming one is on the topic of show note writing, not guest note writing, show note writing. So I'm looking forward to hosting that on the third Thursday. And don't forget, if you can go over to indiepodcasters.com/Graham, you'll be entered to win a free month to the Indie Pod University tomorrow on Free Ride Friday. So looking forward to that as well. What is going on? Brett Allen in the house. All right, let me bring in our training Thursday guest, person who is looking for help with their audio quality. I need super claps in the chat for Super Vince Warnock. How you doing all the way coming from New Zealand? How's the future? Is the future good?
Future's looking good, man. It's a little bit cold, but future's looking good.
Is it looking good? Because I'm looking at the stock market here in the States, and I'm getting a little anxious here. I sold a bunch of stocks this morning, so I'm like, this is like day 3 of my stocks sliding further and further, and I'm like, it's not worth it. I love the companies I'm investing in. It's not worth losing a bunch of money over.
No, exactly.
And a bunch of gains. So Vince, how long have you been podcasting for?
About almost 2 weeks now. Or in fact, exactly 2 weeks today.
Bam, look at that. Oh, excuse me. Congratulations. How's the 2-week podcasting journey looking so far?
Actually, really good. Thoroughly enjoying it. I used to work on radio for years as an announcer, so that was an awesome job, but it pays terribly. So I was kind of like, I'm pining for those days where I could be on air. And finally it was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to launch a podcast. I want to just connect with a whole pile of different marketers from around the world, interview them, and just get to hang out with cool people. I knew it was a passion project. I knew this was going to be enjoyable, but I had no idea how many doors it would open. It's so easy to reach out to someone and say, look, I'd like you to be a guest on the show, and then you get to connect with them. And then I've met some really cool people who are now becoming good friends just from interviewing them for the show, which is great.
Love it. I mean, that's the number one thing of all the things that I've gained over the years. It's people, right? And a network of awesome, amazing, incredible people. So for anyone who doesn't know your 2-week-old podcast, what is it about? Break it down for us.
It's called Chasing the Insights. The concept came from my first book I wrote. It's for entrepreneurs. It's for small business owners who are kind of afraid of marketing, or they just don't know enough to be able to be effective. So I just want to interview people that are experts in their field from around the world and have a fireside chat, usually with a single malt scotch or a gin and tonic, which gets a little bit awkward considering the time zone difference. Sometimes it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting there with a scotch going, I should feel really guilty about this. But yeah, I just get to chat with them, draw out those kind of insights, and give practical like stories and practical tips for people so that they kind of feel empowered to be able to go, you know what, I didn't think of using Instagram for marketing because it's, you know, just for food pics, but actually now I know enough, I should give it a go, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's it depends, you know, it always depends on the market that you're trying to hit, who, you know, what demographic you're trying to hit, and all that. So it all plays a part in where, you know, what you want to do as far as the marketing part. So that's awesome. I love it. You know, so all right. So you were telling me prior to this that you have a microphone, and your microphone is the Blue Yeti, which
Yep.
you know, for better or for worse, hey, I had it for 2 years prior to switching over to this microphone. And the only reason I switched to this microphone away from the Blue Yeti was because I had an open office with no door. So we had our first kid, and I'm like, well, I should probably get something that doesn't pick up the whole house at that point, right?
Yeah.
But it does, you know, a lot of people like to rag on the Blue Yeti, and it's really not that bad. I think that towards the end of my tenure with it, I did start to notice that there was a hissing coming through that I'd always have to get rid of on every single recording, which was kind of annoying. But it's not impossible to overcome. So when you're using your Yeti, where's the gain knob? Can you hold up where's your gain knob at here?
There we go, right about there.
Okay, so that I see there's a dot on there. Is that a dot that you added, or a dot that? Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say I didn't think there was a dot on it. So it goes left to right. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, yeah. So one of the things I found really helpful when using it was turning the gain I would turn the gain all the way down, like to like nothing, and then use the computer itself to boost the sound coming up. And so Brett Allen, my first mic, I loved it. I actually owned 2 of them at one point, and as well as a Blue Ice microphone, so that I could record 2 microphones at the same time going into a computer. So I'm like, oh, this is easy, and it's so much easier, so much less. But then as like time went on, I'm like, this isn't exactly the easiest or the best way to be doing this. So, you know, eventually I switched. But I think you know, I think that, you know, people, like I said, people rag on the Blue Yeti. I don't think that it's really warranted. How did you arrive on that gain as being the gain? Like, how far away is it from your?
It's basically about that far away. So
are you using it right now?
Yeah, you're using it right now. Here you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the gain, I basically just played around with some settings, and interestingly enough, I know you kind of go to the cardioid mode, which is what you're supposed to use, particularly if it's right in front of you. But I actually found using the omnidirectional mode tended to give me a better, like it just reduced some of the background noise, which kind of sounds counterintuitive because it's actually should be picking up a lot more around me.
Well, all right. So a couple things here. One, are you using speakers at the moment?
I am, yes.
Yeah, I kind of picked up on that because when I talk and you talked, I could hear my voice cut out, or your voice cut out because it was the computer trying to do it. So here's what I want you to do first. Go to what are you using to record your recordings?
I'm actually just using Zoom. Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. Right now, let's go to your cam mic button at the bottom of the screen.
Cam mic. Yep.
Yeah, with the gear. Click on that, and then click on audio, and then there's a box that says disable audio processing. Put a check box. Check in that box. Yeah. Okay, so now I can hear myself in the background, right? So when you're recording, are you using speakers or are you using headphones?
I'm generally using speakers, yeah.
Let's put some headphones in.
Okay.
Because I can totally hear, everybody can hear myself now coming through your speakers.
All right.
And Brett says Rogan uses a snowball when he travels. And if I was traveling and I was going to be recording something like I'm looks like I'll probably be traveling the week after Icon 6. Speaking of which, is coming up next Saturday and Sunday, September 12th and 13th. You should totally get your tickets at indiepodcasters.com/icon6. I will be using. I have a ATR 2100 microphone. USB microphone right there behind me. So I will be traveling with that to do any kind of recording, and I have like a web, a C920 from Logitech webcam and all that. So yeah, when you're mobile, like it makes sense. But if you're going to be mobile and record multiple people sitting around one table, USB microphones aren't really the best way to do that. Though the Yeti has like the ability to pick up the whole room, and I did some recordings with that. Back in the day, they're just a lot harder to edit. So I can't hear myself anymore. So now you speak. Have you had breakfast yet, Vince?
Coffee. That's
okay,
all I
cool.
need. Yeah.
That's a really small coffee there.
Oh yeah, small, like strong, and black. The best way.
Like an espresso or something.
Yep.
Okay. So already off the bat, you're definitely starting to sound better right there,
okay.
Right? Because you've disabled the audio processing that the computer or the software was doing. Now with Zoom, I assume you can turn off. Let me see. So that's one of the things about this is I don't know everything, and I don't use Zoom. Now we're using Zoom for the upcoming Icon 6 coming up on next weekend, but let's see, Zoom turn off audio processing. I think you can. I think there's a button for it. Cool. Preserve original audio sound. Yeah, so there's a way to do that in there. And when you have your microphone, how do you have your microphone? Like, is it because you're supposed to be, you're supposed to be speaking to the front of it, right, not the top of it?
Yeah. It's angled like that.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and right there off the bat, like you already sound better. Now, with that said, hold on a second. Let me mute my mic. Like I'm hearing so much of your back. Like I can hear a computer running in the background.
I'm going to change to other mode. Here we go. There's some cardioid
which mode
mode.
were you? Which mode were you on?
I was in omnidirectional.
Oh yeah, that's generally not good. Well, one of the other things I did to make the Blue Yeti work better for me was I got an arm, like, it was this arm right here, this Rode PSA 1 arm. Now, the problem with the Blue Yeti is it's heavy as heck. Yeah. So it makes it quite hard to be able to utilize it. Brett says he found a ton of gamers and YouTubers using it. Well, there's a reason for that, right? The reason that people use it is because they can go to Staples and buy it. They can walk into a Best Buy. I don't know. You guys have Best Buy in New Zealand?
Not Best Buy. No, we have equivalents here. JB. Yep.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So like you can walk into those stores and buy that microphone, right? They sell them mass market. So that's why people buy them and people use them. And let's face it, they look kind of cool. Like, if they look like the classic microphone that you see in like Jimmy Fallon's setup, right? It's of that same kind of, I don't know, era looking kind of thing.
Yeah. Plus, you can get the color to match your desk setup. Total vanity.
Right, and that's important, right? I got red and black. I got red keycaps or red. My setup's red and black. So there's a reason for everything, right? Okay. So now you have you had it in Omni, and now you have it and you should have it just pointed to you. Now getting some kind of arm, it doesn't have to be the Rode PSA 1 for like $100. I don't know what that translates into New Zealand.
About 150, I think.
$150. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's actually not bad compared to like Canada. I mean, Canada's just north of us, and it would probably be about the same price there too. But it's already sounding better. Let me mute my mic real quick. All right, say something.
Right. Hi, how you doing? Looking forward to the conference.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. Me too. All right. You're already starting to sound better. Now, if you could get that up closer to like eye level or something, or even like just off the camera using like some form of an arm, The way you mount it, you have to get a special mount for it. You can't just get like this type of thing. I don't think.
I'll have to look at.
Well, maybe you could, but
Yeah.
you want a bungee of some sort, and that's what. So like arm shock mount. You want some kind of shock mount, right? So like this thing. But I'll tell you, I didn't have this specific one, but it was a big pain in the butt. it was because it really is because like you see like that's a lot of weight dangling off of one hinge.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
that's what worries me.
Yeah, and it's not that it won't work. It's just if you move it around a lot, you're probably gonna have a bad time. Yep. So something that's set up to set it and forget it. But with that said, like you actually sound way better. I hear way less of your sound now. You could dial in your gain probably down a little bit, and then turn up your mic settings in the computer a bit. Yeah. Let's actually. Can you share your screen real quick? And we'll take a look at your settings.
Right. Okay.
In the bottom it says.
Yeah. Right. Let's make sure I'm on the right screen for you. There we go.
Cool. All right. So
as you can see, I'm looking at the mic stand. Yeah.
Good job. Good job. So yeah, open up your right click on there, go open sound settings. Let's see where you're setting it. So under input it says device properties. Yep, right there. Yeah. Okay, so you're at 91% right now. So what I would suggest doing is write down that 91%. You know where your dot is. Yep. Let's try turning down your gain a bit and turning that up to 100. Okay, turn it up to 11, as they say in.
All right, how's this?
Okay, so you turn your gain down a little bit?
Yep.
Let me mute my mic just to get any background noise.
Okay.
I mean, I'm definitely still hearing some like hum. Like I guess you're using a desktop or something.
Yeah, it's probably my son's desktop in the background as well.
Yeah, he's a big gamer.
Oh yeah, how cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you don't have those lights above your setup with it, and not be some kind of tech-y/gamer.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to get them. They're just so darn expensive.
They are. Thank goodness for earpoints. Got a whole pile for him and a whole pile for me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would love to get them and add them to my background at some point, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know where I would put it because there isn't a ton of space. So let me mute my mic real quick.
Cool.
So there's definitely, I'm still hearing it in the background a little bit, but like there's only so much you could do. Now, like I said, one thing the other obvious thing to do is get yourself an arm, get it closer to you, crank the gain down.
Okay.
Right? And then it'll pick up even less. So you could try turning your gain down a little bit more, but I mean right now it's just you barely hear like that hum in the background. So you're well on your way to utilizing the Blue Yeti in a way that actually serves you.
Awesome. I did look at, and I'm not too sure what your thoughts on this are, but you can get like a shield that goes behind the Blue Yeti that has like soundproofing and things like that, so it's supposed to absorb a bit of the background noise.
Yeah, you could. The problem I've always run into, because I've thought about that too, like, oh, it would be great to have the shielding. The problem is where are you gonna put it, right? Like, I mean, if it's fine if you have like a laptop and you put it around the back of your laptop and your microphone's like right down here, I don't know it's going to make enough of a difference to warrant a giant foam thing. Now, one of our icons, Kyle Bondo, actually just posted how he made one out of cardboard and like the foam pads, and basically sprayed it with like spray on glue, and then just put it up. Awesome. And bam, made his own like science, like the science project trifold thing. Like, just make it yourself, right? And it's probably way cheaper than buying that. Plus, you'd be able to fold it up and kind of put it out of the way when you're not using it. Those things are great if you're not trying to sit in front of a computer. Like, that's always the problem, right? Like, I would love to use a shotgun microphone on top of my camera right now. excuse me, and not have to have the microphone here. Now, seeing the microphone serves a couple different purposes, right? One, this is a podcasting channel thing, so it matters, right? Like it's for the look. I'm not like there's no shame. I'm not lying, but the other thing is it does isolate a lot of this specific mic. Isolates a lot of the sound away from it, right? On top of the fact that if I put a shotgun microphone, even a high quality shotgun microphone, like I don't know if you can hear me typing, but like it's going to be a way louder typing experience if I have a shotgun microphone on top. You're going to get it all. So those are things that you want to kind of keep in mind when you're like, oh, just go shotgun. Then I don't have to have the microphone in my face. Like, yeah, I would, believe me, I would love to have it down here, and that sounds awesome. But at the same time, I really want my sound to come through. Yeah. So I mean, I've even thought about like I have a high quality lavalier mic, which speaking of which, my sister has and hasn't given back to me yet. So I'm glad I brought that. I'm gonna have to text her now because it's been like a week now. So that's so I've thought about that, but then it's like it's one of those things where it's like if I pull away and forget that it's there, all of a sudden like I'm ripping the wire, like it's not necessarily a good thing either. And then it's just another thing I had to clip in. So I might experiment with the lavalier just because if I did that with a combination of like little earbuds or like my thing, but at the same time, this is a podcasting channel, right? So there's a certain extent of like I want people to see that like, hey, I got equipment and I kind of know what I'm talking about and blah blah blah.
Well, I kind of get that even with headphones. So it makes sense if I'm just doing the podcast recording with headphones, but I'm also at the moment I'm prepping for a virtual summit, a marketing summit.
Oh,
and
cool.
The interviewing I'm doing with people, shameless plug. Now, the interview I'm doing with people is similar to what we're doing right now, and I actually don't want to be wearing the headphones for that. I want people to feel like it's quite organic. They're sitting there, I'm sitting there, and it's kind of like a conversation. But again, that then brings in some other audio issues. So I have thought about getting like in-ear headphones and wrapping them around the back of me. And that way I can kind of feel like a CIA agent or something.
Or just cheap Bluetooth headphones. Because if there's like a half a second delay or whatever, it's not going to make a difference in the grand scheme of things, right? Yeah. In fact, the only reason that I have these headphones on is so that I can monitor my voice as I'm talking, which is and at the same time as hearing you. Because like I could plug in the Apple EarPods, or I have a whole drawer full of headphones I can, different headphones I can use. So it just depends on like what you want to do and use and what feels comfortable, right? Like for me, like these over the ears feel way more comfortable than like I have Sony Studio monitors and like, but they like clamp to your head and it's not comfortable to sit there for an hour, sometimes 2 or 3 hours, depending on how many calls in a row I have. So, I don't know. I don't know. But again, that's also kind of for the look too, because of the, what the nature of what I'm doing things. But I think that's a fair point. Like trying to look like you're in the, just kind of relaxing and everything like that. Yeah. Definitely plays a part in those types of situations. So it all depends on what you want to me, like I would absolutely love to like take this chair behind me and turn that into my sit down like StreamYard setup where I could just like sit back and talk on the mic and all that. But to do that would require me to have like at least some kind of rolling cart for my laptop or something so I could place that in front of me and like still have an arm for the video for the camera and like I don't know. It would require so much setup that like this already like especially lighting, so it's all things to think about. But no, you're definitely on the right path here with your Blue Yeti. What else have you been thinking about?
Because obviously, most of the recordings I've been doing from my desk here, thanks to social distancing and current world situations. Um,
Wait, aren't you
but
guys? You guys were cured, weren't you? I thought you guys had like a major outbreak of like 10 people or something all of a sudden. But
yeah, it's up to around 150. Which for a country our size, it's still
still
small compared to most
small.
places. But
Yeah.
biggest thing is it just affects everyone emotionally. It's quite interesting. Even when you're walking around town at the moment, you just feel that everyone's over it, and you feel the kind of weight on everyone. So it's not enjoyable. But the other thing I have been trialing, I did with one of the episodes and another one that's coming up, where I actually recorded face to face with someone. So it's a very different kind of environment, and for that I used dual lavaliers. So I've got the Boya M1s, I think it is, which are just cheap lavalier microphones. But I had two of those, one attached to me, one attached to them, and the quality was really good. But I can't really get that set up on the desktop environment here very effectively. So, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it's definitely it's always tricky getting the audio to sound right, and it's a kind of like there is a sense of law of diminishing returns, especially with microphones. Like once you get past like $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, like it just starts to like get harder and harder to get better sound out of it. I mean, heck, even this microphone, like I have to have a cloud lifter on it, right, and then plugged into a mixer that has enough gain to run it. And does it sound incredible? Like people tell me it sounds great, but like honestly, I could just use my ATR 2100 USB microphone, and it would be so much easier. I'd have way less wires on my desk, like less everything. So I don't know. It just depends.
Well, the other question I've got for you around.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the mic stands, like the boom arms. So I have looked at getting one before. I bought a cheaper one, and did not think it through with the Blue Yeti. It just couldn't handle the weight of it. It was like,
even with this one's
troop.
heavy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Heavy mics are tough.
Yeah, but the question I've got is how, like, the setup, and you can't quite see my setup here, but I've got dual monitors kind of spanning across the desk here, and they're up at eye height. So where do you put a boom arm that's to be effective? Because the desk is quite wide, so if I put it on the side, it's not really going to reach. I would have to almost put it at the front of the desk, so closer to me, so it can kind of come around. Like, how do you position it?
Let me see. I'm trying to think if I have a. Hold on a second.
I feel like I should hum the whole music.
Yeah, right. Hold on. So I thought I had a webcam over here. What is a webcam, Alex? Oh, you guys don't have Alex down there, do you?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Yeah, I thought I had a webcam over here. I have it somewhere, and there's like a whole stash of wire because I'm still kind of moving into the studio, so I've been pulling stuff from upstairs to downstairs, and I have like a whole stash of stuff off to the right, and I had one above me, but I took it down, and I'm not sure what I did with it. So yeah. So what I did, what you can do. Are you able to move your camera at all? Is your camera fixed to like your computer? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see your setup.
So this is my setup. Oh, hang on. I said I can move it.
But you got the same light above you, man. That is awesome.
Yeah. So here's my. Yep, that's not looking great. Here you go. Microphone there, keyboard, and monitors, and then down behind them on a dual arm.
So what some people will do is nice monitor mounts, by the way. Cool. What some people will do is they will actually mount their mount to the monitor mount.
Oh, okay.
And then drape it over, like, so it'll just be like here, just out of frame. Like I'm showing my hand, but obviously you don't want to see it. I'm just showing you, like, you want it just out of frame, and then it could sit over you and get really great audio. that could work. Jody says, can you hook it into the wall in front of you and position the mic down above you? So similar type thing, right? But the problem that you run into when you try to just mount it behind and then like try to maneuver this over it is it doesn't necessarily translate because it's not high enough to go over the monitor, over the camera, be out of frame, and come far forward enough. So that's why if you can get it, mount it to the mount, the bat, like the cross, the T of the mount, and then come over. I wish I had a camera right here so I could show you my setup because I have three monitors in front of me plus 2 more monitors up above. So there's a vertical monitor here, a portrait, landscape, and then 2 monitors above on the right hand side for cameras and Google Analytics and stuff like that.
I was going to say I wanted about 10 monitors, but the wife said no. So
I have
something about overcompensating. I'm not sure what she meant. Yeah,
I had another monitor. I had one above my portrait monitor, and it was in landscape, and I liked it, but I ended up getting rid of it because I ended up not using it very well. Yeah. Like I didn't utilize, like I would just utilize it for like YouTube videos and stuff. And I'm like, I could just use my portrait for that because I don't use my portrait for everything all of the time anyway.
Yeah.
She says Heil arms are pretty large. Yeah. So you're gonna want to try to find an arm that is not. It's heavy duty, but yet not too heavy. Like it, I don't know. I know I've seen this arm used by some YouTubers. The blue.
Yeah, that's the one I've been looking at. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean it's supposed to hold that. So if it holds that, and it looks like it might be tall enough to at least get it up and over a little bit over the monitor. I don't know how far are you from your monitors? It didn't look like you were that far. Like arm's length, like
arm's length.
2 monitors. Okay, so so you might be able to get away with that. Try mounting it to the desk behind the monitor and coming up and over. Or I mean, it shows it here, like mounting it off the side. Do you have a lip on the side that you could mount it to? Because that's how mine's mounted. It's off the lip of the left.
I do have lips to either side, but the issue is this is a 2 meter wide desk, and I'm kind of sitting right in the middle of it. So.
Like 2 meter 2 feet.
Oh yeah,
6.5. Oh wow, that's a pretty big desk.
Yeah. So I'm using the IKEA Lemon tabletops, so the full whatever your feet version is. So if I put it on the side,
we have IKEA.
Yeah. Irony is we don't yet. We have to.
You don't have
Australia.
IKEA?
Nah, we're too small. Yeah, they keep talking about getting here, but then they chicken out. So, and now, of course, with the global situation, I don't think we're ever going to get it.
Someday, someday you will get it. It looks like the way they're advertising it with the blue Yeti on there, like that. I think that actually probably will be your best bet. It's expensive.
Yeah.
And usually ships within 1 to 2 months. It might be 1 to 2 years in New Zealand time. I don't know. But that might be worth it. I mean, they make really heavy microphones outside of the Yeti. Like all their microphones are a lot of them are big and heavy, behemoths. But
if it does the job, I mean, that's going to add another level to the audio quality. I mean, already just after the setting changes we've done and playing around with it, it's obviously made a big impact, which is cool. But you sound great. So, I mean, it's the whole like law of diminishing returns, right? You're going to spend $100 to mount this thing to get up above you, but at least then it gets it off your desk. There's no one less wire on the desk. Like I'm all about reducing wires, which is again one of the reasons I want to get rid of this whole thing. But I don't know, and I still might get a whatchamacallit, a shotgun microphone that could work for me. I might wind up doing that at some point, but the one I want is like $500. So I'm like, that's a lot. I don't know. It was quite interesting when even when I went to when I thought about setting up the podcast. So the podcast has been something I've been wanting to do for a number of years. as I said, I do miss the radio days, and this is basically the new radio.
Yep.
And earlier this year, I was interviewed for someone else's podcast, and he just off air just said, like, that's it. I'm issuing you a challenge. You've got to do it this year. I want you to launch a podcast. He said, I want you to be in competition with me because I will literally listen to your podcast. I love it. And he's going to be on my show. And I'm like, cool, this is awesome. But the interesting thing was going down this rabbit hole of wanting to be perfect. And I was like, I need to get the right mic set up. I need to get the audio quality absolutely perfect. I need to make sure the scripting is right and my question asking is perfect and all this. And in the end, I just, as one of my business coaches just said, get over yourself, pull your head out of your butt and just launch. And I went, okay, screw it. I'm doing it. I'm just going to launch. And yes, it won't be perfect quality. It will be shocking to start with, but I will get better and better and better and better. So... And actually, the response to it's been awesome already, which is great. Yeah,
I love that. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean the best way to do it, right, is to just keep getting in front of the mic, get in front of the camera, and put in the reps. So I always say, like, that's the number one thing, because like you could listen to as many as much advice, watch as many videos as you want. At the end of the day, if you're not doing it, you're not going to get comfortable with it.
Exactly.
And what was that? I think all my lights just flickered.
I thought someone took a photo of you.
Yeah. I don't know what the heck just happened. So that's the number one. And then once you get in, you'll find like little tweaks to get the more and more out of your setup. And like I said, I have no problems with the Blue Yeti. I used it for 2 years. People meet up on it. It's because people don't know how to use it, right? Like, people just, they set it up and they're just like, oh, why doesn't this sound amazing? Or why do I hear my neighbors talking across the street? Like, because you're not taking the time to understand how to utilize that equipment that you have. And once you do, then you can get better with it. So.
Yeah. There is one really good advantage to Zoom as well, which I'm not sure if StreamYard and the likes of those kind of things have it as well. But when it records the video, and then it records the audio in dual tracks. So
allegedly they're talking about that for StreamYard.
Okay.
So it may be coming. It's being brought up because there's a lot of competition that does really great video, really great audio. Oh, and by the way, they also allow you to have the separate tracks, which to me, I won't use it like if this was 5 years ago, absolutely would be using, because I'd still be editing my show like meticulously. But at this point, I ain't doing that. I ain't got time for that.
Well, it proved very advantageous. I had a woman on the show from the UK. She's a Russian neuroscientist, like investigating kind of high performance culture and imposter syndrome and all this, and doing this huge amount of research. So I wanted her on the show because I thought this was going to be really useful for entrepreneurs. The problem I had with it was the stuff she talked through with me was so powerful that I actually ended up like, I'm sitting there listening to it and she would say something and I'll just be sitting there going, whoa, hold on. And I'm freaking out going, I need to write down all these notes. And it became like a personal counseling session for me. So I had to go back in and re-record all my audio so it didn't sound like a little schoolboy just going, wait. It was such good stuff. Yeah.
But you know what? That you should leave that in there. You know why? Because that's genuine. That's genuinely how it happened.
True.
And I mean, the way I excuse me, I'm drinking this soda and it's or this caffeinated drink, and the thing is like 3 years from now, is that going to matter?
Nah, true.
It might actually be your best episode ever, because it's like the most you were impacted during an episode that made you feel like, whoa, like I need to be, stepping up how I'm doing it and writing these notes and figuring this stuff out. And, to me, like I would not waste my time doing that. You know what? Take that time and put it towards marketing that episode. And then 2 years from now, maybe it's a classic episode that people are like, you got to go back and listen to that episode, because it was hilarious hearing me just like geek out here for this time. But and people might connect with that too, right? Like, you don't know really what people are going to connect with until after the fact. Yeah. And they're there for you, your personality. Like, they can get that interview anywhere, right? But are they going to hear how you were like freaking out on the, how amazing this was somewhere else?
No, That's good
Probably
advice.
not.
That's really
It's
good
your
advice, man.
differentiator
Yeah,
there, man.
yeah. I like it.
And like I said, take that time you would spend, because how long you spend editing your show now?
Not too long. Each show's around 30 to 40 minutes max. I don't want to go full hour. And I would
Why?
probably spend
Are
just
your, are
because.
your episodes not interesting enough?
No, I get really bored. So I base my. I'm totally selfish. I base my podcasting on. I drive my son to school, and it takes about 40 minutes for me to drive him there, drop him off, and drive him back. So that's my
Wow.
podcast listening time. So I
Well,
thought,
it's just
right,
20 minutes each way.
20
Yeah.
minutes each way. Yeah. So I thought,
Yeah.
right, that's the size of a show that I like to listen to. Anything longer than that, then I've got to get back to the office here and listen to the rest of it. And I'm like, oh damn. But it's been really interesting. Like the other thing I've kind of found was you get really surprised at the guests, and you get surprised. Like there's a really big name marketer, and I've got to be careful because I don't want him to find out what I'm saying about this. But really big name marketer who is a legend in the industry, and him and I have a very good rapport. So I thought this is going to smash it. This show is going to be amazing. But the second you hit record, and the second you go into he goes into broadcast mode because that's what he's used to, and it was actually really interesting, but it wasn't as engaging as I would have wanted. And then I had somebody else I was interviewing where she's a virtual assistant, and she was like, "Look, I'm not going to be great on air. I'm warning you now, Vince. I'm not used to this at all. I'm really really nervous." She wrote 4 pages of notes just so she had things to talk about, and I'm like, "Whoa." We started recording. I ended up making it a 2-part episode thing because we just kept going, and it was so engaging. And my wife was sitting in the other room, and when we were finished, she came in. And she goes, "That was actually really interesting. Normally, I find your stuff boring." I went, "Thanks."
Well, there you go. So I think I've done two-parters ever in 6 years.
Yeah,
I let things go as long as they are interesting and go, because it's the conversation, right? And the other thing is then it just requires more on my part of editing to like find the end point, ending it, right? Recording and ending, and then recording an intro, and it's like, yeah, you get extra content, but I don't know. I did it 2 times in the very beginning of my show, like episode like 5 and 6, and I think 7 and 8 were 2-parters for the Super Joe Pardo show. And after that, I was like, never again. I was like, this was too much of a pain in the butt. And so sometimes the episodes are 20 minutes, and sometimes they're 40, an hour and 40 minutes. It just depends on how, nothing is too long, just too boring. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, we just kept it running. And the good thing is there was a natural kind of point in the middle anyway, because I remember I was watching the timing on it. And we go, okay, right, finish with those points, on to the next point kind of thing. And I was looked at the time and went, okay, perfect. So literally on the video, I just put my hand up and then went, yep, and kept going. So that way I knew visual cue, I could edit it there, do another intro into it. But the editing that doesn't take much time for me at all. It would be basically, I just listen through to the show. I do the post kind of filtering and things like that of the audio and trying to make it sound a little bit better. Taking out noise,
especially
doing noise reduction. Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing, right? So like, and then on this show, like almost all the guests have actual like some kind of recording, equipment. So it's not the end of the world. It sounds pretty good. And I always say, if you can get your audio to about 70 to 80% the way there, then your content will carry the rest of it. Because like you have CBS and stuff with the sports teams, local radio calling up on their cell phones to give their take on what's going on. I don't know if you have that down in New Zealand. I assume you do with like rugby or something, right? That's your
rugby. Yeah. Oh yes, we're rugby mad. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So they're calling on a cell phone. It's not it's not sounding great anyway. So you got to be able to like get it to a point where it sounds good enough. It's not hurting my ears, it's not scratchy, and all of that. Yeah. What's going on, Sam? There, I've run into that too. Ones I wasn't sure we'd get 30 minutes, and we'll end up an hour and 15. Yep, agreed, Joe. As long as it's interesting, keep it going. Absolutely, like it's
good advice. Yeah,
it's a podcast. It's not an hourly radio show or a half-hour radio show or an hour. We don't play by this. We don't have the same rules that they have. Now your audience might not like it, like for one reason or another, but again, if they're interested in hearing great conversations or great, educational things, like, and it's still educational or still entertaining or still off, like genuinely off topic, but it's in that same realm of people that might be interested in that stuff,
Yeah.
then it's helpful. So, and so it's just something to keep in mind as you go forward and as you grow.
Yeah. The other thing I've found interesting is trying to find the balance between me talking, them talking. Because it is an interview with a guest. I'm the type of person I will talk nonstop if I'm given free reign. I love talking. So,
Most podcasters do. It's okay.
yeah. So it's just trying to find that balance as well. And what I've been doing is listening to other people's podcasts, and where I find it jarring, I'm noting that. There's one I was listening to recently where the host would just interject too much, and they would give a point, and then the host would go, yeah, and here's what I found, and then host would talk for 10 minutes about their wisdom, and you realize that you've actually got an expert on the show who's imparting all of this. Maybe listen to the expert. So yeah.
You know what I found? It is hard to find that right striking balance of that, because people are coming back for you because you're there every single episode versus like your guest is here today, gone tomorrow. So it's hard to find that right balance, but you'll find that you'll dial that in yourself, right? Where to speak, where to back off, where to ask that extra question to get it to where you want it to go. But with that said, another answer to that can be do a second. Like, I don't know how many episodes you're doing a week.
Do one a week, although I'm very tempted. I did 2 this week because it was a 2-parter. I'm starting to get really tempted to do 2 a week anyway, because I've got a backlog of recordings I've done, and I've got so many people putting their hand up. Yeah.
No, I love that. So yeah, what I would look at doing is, if you have something extra to add, and you don't feel like you got your time to say it with that guest, record a solo episode. Just go in for 15 minutes, 20 minutes episode, and it could be a bonus episode, or you could turn it into a regular thing. What I would do is get on a regular schedule, right? So if you're one a week, okay, we're doing it Tuesdays. I always do usually do Tuesdays 8 a.m.
Yep.
And then so try to get it on a regular schedule, and then you'd be like, okay, on Thursdays there may be a bonus episode, right? If I have a solo episode where I'm talking, so it's like, it's not a given that there's going to be one, or maybe it's Fridays, right? Whatever it is, like, that's when you have your turn to say, come out and be like, hey, like, we talked about this, and this, you got to go back and listen to that episode. Now, the great thing about that is, if somebody didn't listen to that episode yet, you just told them, hey, go listen to that episode. Now you just potentially got 2 downloads. Or if they love that episode, now they're listening to yours for your part of the take, where you're just like, I'm going to go ham on this for 45 minutes. Like, I have a lot to unload here. And hopefully you don't, so you could kind of slice that down into like 15 minutes or something, so you get 6 episodes out of it instead of like 1. But it just depends, it depends on the topic, obviously.
I love this. Genius idea.
Thank you.
I'm writing down heaps of notes. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so and then that gives you the room to, like, because I assume, like, why are you podcasting, right? Is it to get clients, or to just learn, or what's your goal?
3 goals. One is always learning, just because, I always feel like the dumbest guy in the room. So when you're talking to really smart people, you take this and you can kind of impart it to other people. It's great. The second is actually the kind of one I didn't consider when I started this, but have found, which is opening up those networks. And like I said, some of the people I've been interviewing are incredible people, and we had never had a reason to connect prior, and now, like, some of these people are becoming very quickly really good friends. They're collaborating with me for the summit. It's awesome. And then the other reason, obviously, is I'm going to be using this as a channel, as a kind of way to get message out there. So, things like promoting the summit, things like promoting clients and some of the programs I'm creating. And obviously, I'm working on 2 new books at the moment. So when they're about to launch, I've got an audience there already for the launch itself, which I think is going to be quite important.
I love it. So yeah, so that, I mean, that absolutely, you need to have that space to show your expertise as well, right? And why people should be connected to you, your personality. So like, to me, when you're doing the interviews, show your personality, show some of your what you have to do, give flashes of it. But since you have the room to say, okay, I'm going to jump on the mic and record 15 minutes and give that second episode a week, bam, all of a sudden, like, you don't have to schedule somebody, so you don't have to wake up at 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning to record, or you do. You wake up at 3 and you record it and you get it out of the way. Yeah. And it also gives you the freedom and the format to like inject more of you into it, to a level that gets people hooked. To like, again, you're in every episode, they're not. So you got to remember, like, it is about your guest, but it's really about you, and you got to find that right balance to make that work. So that your audience feels it, but your guest doesn't feel trampled by you. Right? Like, you're running them over. Like, I'm giving my answer, like, I'm throwing it in the high gear and going for it.
That was the other one I listened to, the other podcast I was saying. That's exactly how it felt. Like, they were trampling over the guests, and there's a point there where the guest, they obviously didn't do any post editing. The guest started talking about something, they jumped in with all their thoughts, and you hear the guest go, I was like, oh no.
Oh, that's
Painful.
Not good.
Yeah.
That's sad, because that's, and I've been on that side of it, right? Where it's like somebody has you on the show and you're there for like an hour, but you talked for maybe 15, 20 minutes. And I'm just sitting there like, all right, cool. Like, I'm here, whatever.
Start checking your phone.
Well, the camera's on, so I'm not going to do that. But like, in my mind, I'm thinking about it. My mind starts wandering, and I'm like, oh, hey, what's going on Amazon there? What's that sale? I could totally use one of those. You get me one of those big flashy lights for my backdrop, for my background, things like that. So so you'll dial it in, and you'll figure it out. Just remember, inject your personality, because you're there, they're not. Every episode.
I like that.
Next
I
week.
like that a lot. Yeah.
So what else? What else can I help as we get ready to wind down here?
I think you've actually helped a hell of a lot already, which is awesome. And thanks to listening to shows like yours and Pat Flynn, things like this as well. I haven't made a lot of the early mistakes that a lot of people have made. I haven't gone with Anchor or anything ridiculous like that. So I set up on Libsyn, and they've been absolutely awesome. I've been really impressed with them. I guess the other question I've got for you is, I signed up for a free trial for my podcast reviews, just because I couldn't find a way to. I knew people were leaving me reviews, but they're leaving from all around the world, and obviously when you check out iTunes, it's only in your country, and you've got to try and change it all the time. But I'm starting to have doubts on the value of something like that, because I can just go into iTunes and change the country, and I can check out Stitcher and Spotify myself and things like that.
Do you have a Mac at your house?
No. I have Mac in the house, but I'm not using it here. It's in my son's room.
Okay, but you have a Mac.
Yeah.
There's a program called CommentCast. In fact, it's funny because I just Googled it, and the first thing that comes up, equivalent for Windows.
Yeah.
So I'm on Windows right now, but I've had a Mac since like 2007.
Yeah.
In fact, right now I don't have a Mac because the new ones the ARM ones are coming out. It's like, let me sell the one I got, and I'll make do. And ended up buying a Windows laptop that I actually really like. Surprisingly, because I've tried many Windows laptops and have not liked it. So this says, 5 years ago, CommentCast actually died a long time ago. Check out the new thing, My Podcast Reviews, which is a web app.
That's the one I'm using. Yeah.
How much is that a month?
That's a really good point. I'm not 100% sure. I'm on the free one. Oh yeah, you can look it up. There you go. It's a good pricing there.
14-day trial.
Yeah. So I'm still within the 14-day trial. That's
$50
not too bad.
a year. That's I mean, that's not unreasonable.
No, that's not too bad.
I mean, to me, okay, it's made by our friend of the icon community, Daniel J. Lewis. I thought it was. I thought I had heard about this.
Okay, I definitely won't say
Yeah.
anything negative about it then. No.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
He's a really good guy.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, don't get me wrong, it's a really good service, and it's just I'm trying to think why. Like I'm looking at it, going, I find this great, but it's almost a vanity metric to a degree, where I'm looking at the reviews and that. But what's
Well,
the
here-
additional
here's-
value I can get out of this? Yeah,
here's what I would say is you're right. I mean, but you're also not in the States. But like you so with Libsyn, you know where your listens are coming from. So you know what countries to check. You don't have to check 180 countries to know, right? You probably check yours, Australia, UK, and America, right? If I had
and
to
Canada.
guess.
Yeah,
Canada.
Yep.
There you go. Can't forget our awesome neighbors to the north.
I'm getting good reviews from Canada. Yeah,
Good, ahead. So I mean, I know I had CommentCast work for me not that long ago.
Okay.
It checks for like all 180 countries, and it's free. If you can find the download, like I said, you gotta have it's for Mac.
Yeah.
So if you can find it, looks like here's okay 1.35. I mean, it probably hasn't been updated in forever. Oh, actually, look, this shows that it was updated.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, CommentCast could be the thing for you. And the only other thing I would say is yeah, I mean, $5 isn't bad. The other thing I would suggest is get everybody into like a Facebook group or something, and then you can start getting feedback on that. Or if if they're into Reddit, so like subreddit or your own message board on your website, like whatever you can do, funnel people back to there, and then you can like ask and get that that level of
It's a good point.
feedback.
I've set up the Facebook group and got a couple of hundred people in there at the moment, but I don't really promote it on the show, which I think I need to start doing. It's more on the website and things, so if people go there, they can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. If you start getting people in there, and then so what I would do is just do shout outs and stuff. From the group into the show, even if it's just like do it on like your solo episode day, right? Like,
Yeah.
Then it gives people a reason to listen. See if you can do some kind of. I mean, it's probably hard to ship anything, but if you could do like some kind of digital giveaway or something, some reason for people to like tune in and listen, like we have on Free Ride Fridays here in the IndiePod community.
Yeah. I'm just writing those notes down. Yeah, I've trial giving away, so I can give away ebook version of my book, or there's heaps of stuff.
There you go. Yeah. So something to give away, and like I said, if anybody wants to win a free month into the IndiePod University, go to indiepodcasters.com/Graham to and hit that subscribe button on Instagram, and you'll be entered to win a free month into the IndiePod University. Yeah, so I think that would really help, is just get people in there, and then you don't have to worry about it so much. I mean, it's cool. The thing about reviews is they don't actually affect your standing in I was about to say YouTube, but in iTunes. So it's not really a necessary. I mean, again, I love Daniel, and if you want that service, please send him money because he's awesome.
Yeah.
But you gotta have a real reason for it, I think.
Yeah, I like that, and it does give me the visibility on them. So there's a way I can kind of work this full circle where I can go, right, I'm on the show, hey, join the Facebook group, and the Facebook group guys leave us a review, let us know the feedback and everything. I can ask them in there, but I can actually see the reviews and bring those back to the people in the group as well. So it's just another way of communicating and getting people's feedback, which I like. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And that's one of the hardest things with podcasting is like, I mean, how many years I went through where, and there's people that have been podcasting way longer than me too. So, it's like you're kind of you're talking into the void, and then you like, sometimes it'll be like a month will go by before you get an email, and then 2 months will go by before you get another email or another review. And, you can ask for reviews, till you're blue in the face, but like ultimately it's not going to affect your iTunes standing. So it might not be the best way to, like, you want to get reviews, especially out of the gate. Yeah. But like once you get to a certain point, like I'd rather have people go into the Facebook group, joining the email list, buying things, interacting with me in the Facebook lives, like inside that group. Like that's what I would where I would want to spend my time more so than talking into the void and then hoping that they write a review and maybe you get 1 or 2 a month and okay, cool, but like you're putting in a lot of effort for for a couple of reviews a month that don't actually affect anything other than you get some feedback, if they're even detailed enough, because they might just be like, oh, this show is awesome, like you gotta listen. Like great, like what do you hate about it, right? Like that's what I want to know. What do you hate about it? What can I do better?
I think the best review I've seen, and I've seen it a couple of times both here and in the Facebook group as well, the best review I had was from somebody just saying it felt like they were sitting in the room with me, and I was like, yes, that was the entire goal of what I wanted to achieve. So that felt good. But again, they could just be blowing smoke. You never know.
It could, but the odds are they're probably not. People, especially if they're not like your mom or dad, your immediate family, they have very little reason to go out of their way to tell you anything. Sure. Like, and that's why it's like, it's so great, especially when you hear people like, oh, I stumbled upon your stuff and like, started binge watching all these YouTube videos that you got. You listen to all these podcast episodes. Like, how awesome is that? Like, they don't owe you anything, right? Yeah. Like,
one of the coolest feelings ever. I went to. I was in Australia back when you could travel. I was in Australia at a conference over there, and I went and visited a marketing agency. And I'm sitting down with the marketing agency, and I look over in the corner, and they said something to me. They said, our recommended approach to this, we would do this thing called coffee line tests. And then they look at me, and they were about to kind of explain what a coffee line test is to me. And they're like, basically, that's and I'm just looking at them. And then I looked and realized my book is sitting on their table. They've read my book. They've taken the stuff I've talked about in there, and they're now using it as an agency, but didn't click that I was the author of the book. And they were like, yeah, it came from. And then she looked at the book and then looked at me and went, oh my God, you're Vince Warnock. I went, yeah. She goes, well, we're using your methods here. I was like, yes. It was the greatest feeling ever. Totally unsolicited feedback. They didn't even realize who I was. And
I love that. Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's a huge win. Had to be kind of embarrassing on their part, I imagine.
It was a little embarrassing. She was very red-faced, but I was honestly, I was trying to keep it cool on the outside and going, oh, that's fantastic. On the inside, I was going, oh my God, this is amazing.
It's so funny. You know what would have been like crazy if they had said somebody else's name. And you've been like, but my book's sitting right there. Like, yeah, well, it's so and so. No, it's the book sitting under it that we were utilizing.
Awesome. Yeah.
Vince, thank you. Cool. Thank you so much for being a part of Training Thursday. Well, it's not even Thursday there. It's Friday there. So enjoy your Friday.
Yeah. I will.
Are you guys back to normal? Like, are the kids going to school? Like,
yeah, kids are back at school. So we're kind of split in the country at the moment. Auckland is in what we're now calling 2.5, level 2.5, which is basically level 3, but the government kind of getting the sense that people are getting a little irritated. So no, we're down to level 2 with some additional restrictions. But for the rest of us, it's level 2, which just means social distance, can't have gatherings over 100 people, and you've got to wear face masks on buses and public transport and everything. So really, that's not too big an impact. It's just emotionally and mentally an impact for a lot of people. And for a lot of businesses, particularly if you're a bricks and mortar store, they're really suffering at the moment. And I know I've got some of my clients are like chiropractors and things like that, where they have a practice and they've got to actually physically be with people, and they can't, particularly up in Auckland. So helping them to pivot and to look at how they can add additional value to clients to get some kind of revenue coming in at least,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's I mean, here in the States it's a total wreck.
We keep up with the news, and it's like I'm like a lot of my clients are in the States, and I just every time I'm talking to them, I just feel like crying sometimes. You're like, oh man, you don't understand what they're going through. It's crazy.
It is. I mean, here in Jersey, they're just getting this weekend. They're going to open up restaurants to 25% capacity.
Yeah. Didn't you guys like open the gyms on day one or whatever of lockdown?
Not us. No.
Oh, okay.
I think
That's all I
Florida.
picture of
Florida's
Jersey
been
is everyone at the
real.
gym.
No. Jersey was strict about shutting everything down,
Okay.
and New York and Connecticut. So
Yep.
they, because they didn't want people leaving New York to go to New Jersey or go to Connecticut to like go to the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wouldn't
Okay.
make sense to close it in one area.
Yeah.
So for everyone to just go over there. So I think the gyms just opened up to a certain capacity, like last week or something like
Yeah.
that. And I mean, we here in Jersey are still getting 300 to 600 new cases a day.
Wow.
So
Okay.
like, yeah, it's flat.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's flat. I mean, it's only flat compared to like where we were, back in March, April, May, where we
Yeah.
were at the peak, So it's still a lot. Like it's not. But the testing percentage has been coming down. Like the positive rate has been coming
That's
down,
good.
which is good. But we
That's
have people
awesome.
here yelling about, well, if you test more, you're gonna find more cases. Like, yeah, because they have it.
Yeah.
They didn't give it to them. Like,
I love
wow.
that. I love that comes with an
Congratulations.
assumption that if you don't test, then they don't actually have it, so it's okay.
Did you know, Vince, if you never take a pregnancy test, you will never get pregnant. It just won't happen for you.
You
It
just get
will
really
never
fat.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And then one day you're not so fat. Yeah.
And then one day you find yourself on TLC being, pregnant and not knowing or whatever it's called.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, believe me, it's a topsy turvy world here. The economy is super suffering. People are suffering.
Yeah.
And the government is basically just like, just ignore it. It's all good. But we're not really ignoring it, but we're ignoring it. We don't really know. We're kind of just, we don't want to send money out. Money
Yeah.
is just a figment of our imagination anyway.
Yeah.
It's all good. Everyone's gonna be okay. And it's like, no. And everyone's not gonna just be okay.
Well, that's that kind of balance with governments going, okay, if we acknowledge how bad this situation is coming up to elections, then that's a bad sign. So they want to create this false sense of positivity and false sense of we're all fine, the economy's fine, the health's fine, ignore all the dying people, they would be dead anyway, you're all good, So, yeah, we've got politicking going on at the moment here. We actually, our country is, it's an amazing little country, and
I
to
want to
be
get
fair,
there someday.
yeah, oh, you have to, man. I'll show you all the best bars. We've got the best beer selections in the world here. We're craft beer central. It's awesome, but and really nice whiskies. But our government's actually really good. And no matter what way you kind of vote here, if you're left wing, right wing, or whatever, they're all relatively the same. And it's kind of, a lot of us don't actually care to a degree where you're like, you know what? I don't vote for that party, but they're doing a damn good job. Or that party over there would do a damn good job anyway. We've got a couple of extremist ones, but they don't get anywhere. But when it comes to this time of year where election coming up and a lot of politicking happening and you know that you're not getting the full story in the media and things, and then you're going, and then you got people suddenly they're going, if the opposition were running COVID, we'd have 5,000 deaths. You're like, where did you get that from? That's ridiculous. So, yeah, we're kind of over it. No one likes the negativity around these kind of things. Yeah.
No, well, you guys have a pretty chill country.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen your flags that you were putting up voting for new flags. I know. Thanks to John Oliver, I know. What's up?
Yeah. I know the people working on that campaign. I worked very closely with them. It was
The
hilarious,
Kiwi
man.
the pew eyes, like that's all. So laser eyes, like that's awesome.
Yeah. My favorite one too. There was one that didn't make the John Oliver one, but it was just a flag and it just had a pie in the middle. I'm like, that I would vote for.
It's funny you say that. Me and my friend used to joke about voting for the sandwich for president. That would, because sandwich can't cause a war. Like simple as that. Like you can't start a war. You can't make a bad decision. It's a sandwich. Like
To be fair, it may be a little ineffective at dealing with COVID, but it swings and roundabouts, doesn't it?
Yes, and it's delicious when its time's over. Put it on ice. Anyway, if you want to join us for Icon 6, it's live, it's virtual, it's a conference, it's happening September 12th through 13th. It's in a Zoom room. It's got an 80s theme to it. We got workshops, we got podcasters talking, but all day, both days. like Hall of Fame podcasters. It's going to be awesome. You gotta be here with us. Go to indiepodcasters.com/icon6. Also, if you want to learn to launch, grow, and monetize your podcast, go to indiepodu.com. If you want to win a free ride into the IndiePod U, then go to indiepodcasters.com/Graham and hit that subscribe button. And tomorrow we will be picking a free ride student to go into the IndiePod University on Free Ride Friday. So come back here to the IndiePod Daily Show. If you've enjoyed this episode of the IndiePod Daily Show, please go and tell your fellow podcasters about it. Tell your fellow entrepreneurs about it, your fellow business owners about it, your fellow marketers about it, people who need to know what's up with podcasting. Everyone, thank you again. Super claps in the chat for Vince Warnock.
That's the one.
For being such a great you guys say chap down there, a great chap.
Yep.
For being such a great chap down on this training Thursday. I will see you all tomorrow for Free Rides for Friday. Have a great day, and remember that as a podcaster, you are a leader, and as a leader, you should always lead with love. Take